All right, today we are diving deep into the future of the web in one of the most exciting digital markets in Southeast Asia. We're going to break down a blueprint for what web design in Malaysia is really going to look like come 2026. So let's kick things off with a huge question, one that really sets the stage. When a country is this connected, we're talking almost completely online, how do you even begin to stand out? This isn't just some thought experiment, it's the reality on the ground in Malaysia right now. And here's the thing. The answer, the core idea we're going to unpack today is this. Winning in Malaysia isn't about choosing between cutting-edge global tech or local culture. It's about blending the two perfectly. It's about having that global tech with a local soul. Okay, so before we can look forward, we've got to understand the groundwork, right? We need to look at the why. Let's dive into the numbers that really define Malaysia's digital world and explain why all of this matters so much. First up, get a load of this number, 97.7%. That is staggering. Internet access is basically universal. What this means for you is that your audience isn't just some niche group. It's pretty much everyone. The web is the default place for, everything. And this is where it gets really interesting. A ratio of 121% mobile connections to the population. So what does that tell you? It means a lot of Malaysians aren't just using one device. They're juggling multiple connections, maybe for work, for personal use. We're talking about a multi-device reality right from the very start. Now this is the real game changer. A massive 57.5% jump in mobile internet speed in just 1 year. And we're not just talking about your site loading a bit faster. No. This opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It means you can actually build those richer, more immersive experiences, with high-res motion graphics, 3D models, even AR, and you can do it without worrying about lagging. The goal isn't just being fast anymore. It's about feeling fast and effortless. And look, if there's one single chart that should define your entire design strategy, this is it. 65%, almost 2/3 of all e-commerce purchases are happening on a mobile device. This is way beyond just being mobile-friendly. It's a mobile-first imperative. If you're still designing for a desktop and then trying to shrink it down, you're pretty much guaranteeing you'll be left behind in this market. All right, so we've got the why nailed down. Now let's get into the what. How are the biggest global design trends not just being copy-pasted, but actually being reshaped and adopted by the unique realities in Malaysia? Okay, this right here, this is a massive shift. All around the world, AI personalization is the hot new tool for boosting engagement. But in Malaysia, it's about to become a legal minefield. A new law is coming in 2026 that's specifically designed to regulate manipulative algorithms. That turns ethical design from a nice-to-have into a legal requirement. And that's the stuff these new rules are going after. Dark patterns. You've probably seen them. Those sneaky design choices that trick you into doing something you didn't want to do, like signing up for a subscription you can't cancel. Designing against these isn't just good ethics anymore. It's about future-proofing your entire business. And you see this same local twist across the board. Take the immersive web, using AR and 3D. It's not just a cool gimmick. It actually taps into a local consumer demand to see the best quality up close before they buy. Ethical design? Well, it lines up perfectly with these new laws. And bonus, it often makes your site faster. Then you've got aesthetics like neo-brutalism or the Bento box layout. Its clean grids are perfect for scannable mobile-first browsing. And a global trend like digital nostalgia? It's a golden opportunity to connect with uniquely Malaysian memories from the 80s and 90s. Okay, this is where things get really exciting. We've covered the why and the what, so let's talk about the how. How do you actually take Malaysia's incredibly rich cultural heritage and turn it into something that drives real, measurable performance for your website? And look, this isn't just some feel-good idea. It is backed by actual research. This quote says it all. When you design with local culture in mind, it's not just about looking good. It directly leads to users having an easier time and feeling better about your brand. It is a tangible, competitive advantage. And this is just a brilliant example of how you do it. This is not about just slapping a picture of a traditional craft onto your homepage. No, it's about translating the essence of these motifs into digital UI. Think about it. The fluid, organic lines of Batik can become these beautiful, subtle, animated backgrounds. The shimmer of a Songket fabric, that can inspire the gradient on your call to action button. When a user sees these familiar patterns, it creates this instant subconscious connection. It's not just design, it feels like home.
And you can't talk about design in Malaysia without talking about color. Because in a multicultural society, colors carry so much meaning. Red isn't just red, it's a powerful symbol of prosperity in Chinese culture. Green isn't just an eco-friendly color, it's deeply connected to Islamic heritage. The very best designs will find that sweet spot, balancing these deep cultural meanings with their own brand identity.
Okay, so we've covered the why, the what, and the how. Let's bring it all home. How do you actually put this all into practice? This is your actionable blueprint, your playbook for success in 2026. For your user experience, here are 3 things you can do right now. First, adopt that bento box design. Organize your content into clean, neat, scannable blocks. It's perfect for mobile. Second, implement micro-interactions. These are those tiny, subtle animations that give users feedback and make the whole experience feel more responsive and alive. And third, and this is a big one, build trust like crazy. That means security badges, local testimonials, and clear contact info, all front and center. Then, on the technical and marketing side, the checklist is just as clear. Remember the mobile-first imperative. You're designing for thumbs, so think big buttons and simple forms. You have to prioritize page speed like your business depends on it, because it does. You should integrate social proof directly into your site, like having a WhatsApp button or even embedded TikTok feeds. And finally, you got to embrace the cultural calendar. Using subtle design cues for huge festivals like Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, and Deepavali creates a really powerful connection. You know, when you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one idea. The future of web design in Malaysia isn't about choosing tech over tradition or vice versa. The real winners will be the ones who build a seamless bridge between the most advanced global technology and the deep, authentic traditions that make Malaysia, well, Malaysia. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. In a world that's becoming more and more connected, more and more driven by algorithms, could it be that true, culturally rooted authenticity is actually the most powerful algorithm of all?